As some of you may know, I used to be a teacher, so I'm no longer a teacher. That decision was made for me. But now I'm living out my lifelong fantasy in beautiful Marina del Rey, California, where I have become a big-time YouTube mobile and late-night talk show host.
From Marina del Rey, California, it's Coast to Coast with Joe on a boat. Tonight's guest, Adam from YMS. And stand-up comedy from comedian Julius Walker. Here's Joe!
And your band leader, Mo! It's time for my monologue, and I'll tell you a really funny joke. A man in Texas brought a boa constrictor python to his court appearance. And you know, despite what people do say about our modern day court system, in my personal experience, I have found them to be much more fair and impartial than the Kansas City School Board. But we've got a great show for you tonight. Tonight is a really special night, Mo. Yeah, we've got a great show, and you're part of it. How about that? We have so many wonderful people out here, but we can only let a few be our guests. And one of them, Mo, is Adam. Adam, YMS, he's a huge mobile on YouTube. This guy reviews movies. And for those of you who do subscribe to his YouTube channel, you already know him. And for those of you who don't, you're really missing out, because I want to tell you something. He is so open and honest with his reviews of motion picture. It's outstanding. We can just talk all day, Mo, about this. But his reviews are the best. Yeah. And I am very privileged to have him here on Coast to Coast. Before Adam does come, we're first going to do our top 8 list. Reasons why you know you can trust someone. Number 8, he can tell you the exact location of any dangerous chemicals in the area. Number 7, he has great taste in fine art. Number 6, he pursues his passion for learning despite being banned from several libraries. And we'll be right back with Adam from YMS after this short break. I've received all kinds of things through the post office. And I've sent out all kinds of things through the post office. Now it's important to know that there are some things you can't send through the post office. But there's still so many perfectly legal objects and substance that you can send through the post office, and so many fun services too. A lot of people purchase their stamps online. But did you know you can buy stamps at the post office too? Cool! There is no video recording allowed in the post office. Now I know just about anyone will toss your package around if you pay them. But when I want it handled right, I choose my local post office. This is Joe from Joe on a Boat, encouraging you to support your local post office. And we're back. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I want to tell you about my first guest, Adam. He's a movie reviewer. He's got this great show on YouTube, and he's just fantastic at what he does. Come on, Adam. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, buddy. Okay, Adam.
Hello.
It's nice seeing you. Welcome to my boat. It's very chill of you to do this interview.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very pleased that you could be on the show tonight. I have several questions I'd like to ask you.
That sounds good.
We're in the middle of our top list of 8. Why you can trust someone. Could you read number 5 for us?
Okay. His home has an adequate number of life preservers. Okay. Well, I agree.
Well, I want to thank you, Adam. So some of my favorite movie reviews came from Siskel and Ebert because they were so easy to understand. You gave the children's movie mid-90s a 6 out of 10. What would that be in thumbs?
Well, I guess the 2 thumbs up score was supposed to represent kind of a 4-star rating. So like it could be 2 thumbs down or 2 thumbs up or 1 thumb up or no thumbs or 1 thumb down. So a 6 out of 10 would probably be converted to it would probably be a thumbs up if I were to have to pick a thumb. A 1 thumb up, yeah.
Let's see. So for our next question, we're going to go to Mo.
Where do you get your food?
That's a good question. Well, there's in Vancouver. There's a lot of great restaurants. I think that Vancouver has some of the best food in the world because we've got so many different cultures clashing here. Lots of mom and pop, family owned, foreign restaurants, and there's lots of good seafood. There's a really great restaurant called Joe Forte's in Vancouver that I really like going to. As far as chain restaurants go, the Keg is pretty good, I think.
Okay, Adam. Now, this is the next question. Do you want every new movie made to take place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or do you want J.J. Abrams to remake The Godfather?
I would rather have J.J. Abrams remake The Godfather. That's just a one-time thing. The every movie being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe would impact all films. So I could stomach a film existing that
All right, Adam,
would
I
not
want to
see.
ask you this question as one guy to another. How do you handle the pressures of being a big YouTube mogul?
I don't know. There's a lot of pressure. Alcohol, I guess. That's one way. I write music. That's good therapy. That's about it, I guess.
Sounds like you got a lot going on. Do you have any family heirlooms?
Kind of. There's like a gigantic wooden fork and spoon that my dad and his brother keep trying to make the other person stuck with. And whenever one of them visits, they drop it off at the other person's house unsuspectingly. Not really something that they want to keep, I guess. But it's got to stay in the family, so they can't throw it out.
A nice crafted spoon that size, that's got to stay in the family.
Well, they're only so interesting. You know, you look at them, and then that's it. There's not really much more to it.
Thank you so much for coming to Coast with Joe on a Boat.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This was great.
Very chill of you.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
So we're going to go to a commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to have some more from our top 8 list. And Julius Walker, comedian, will be here. You'll be really surprised what comes out of his mouth. Since the dawn of man, a question has plagued mankind. How can a female protect her supple skin without obscuring her tantalizing hair? A woman's hairstyle is a work of art. Surely beautiful works of art must be protected and maintained, but not at the cost of closing off splendor to the world. But there is a final solution. Hi, I'm Joe from Joe on a Boat. Visors. A visor will protect the skin from blemishes, wrinkles, and other deformities, all while allowing the hair to fill the world with its splendor. I always keep a visor on my boat for my female guests. As you can see in this image, the female's grace is preserved, and she's spared the indignity of a hat. You can buy visors today at your local sporting goods stores for $12, and other prices too. Tell them Joe sent you. And we're back with some comedy from comedy Julius Walker. But first, we're going to have some more of our top 8 list. I know you're going to like them. Number 4, he loves animals, but for the protection of females, he's willing to kill a snake. Or buckets of snakes. Number 3, patriotism. The number 2 reason you know why you can trust someone, he knows how to tie at least 5 different knots. And now, comedian Julius Walker. You can find him practically every night in a comedy club all over LA.
How's everybody doing? Roseville, California police dogs will no longer be trained to sniff out marijuana. Wonder if them motherfuckers will still be trained to sniff out anything with the big black dick. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that you could take 150-pound brother, minus the weight of his dick and and what would be left is about 50 pounds. Dr. Ben Carson. They gave him the right name, Ben. They really did. I ain't bullshit. Because given his reputation for sleeping, when you see him, you may have a tendency to be like, hey man, where you been? Sleeping? He sleeps so much that chances are nobody will ever say, hey man, where you been?
It's so true. It's funny because it is.
President Trump has tiny hands. So tiny that he has to grab a twice to make it count. So tiny that it takes both of them to grope a nipple. Jack his dick too. Two-handed dick jacking. I had a taste for something sweet the other day, and I thought I'd stop by the donut shop. Donuts were $1.25 each. And I'm thinking, shit. If I with the it would have to be attached to Stormy Daniels.
Thank you, Julius. That was great.
Thank you guys so much. You guys were awesome.
And now, the number one reason you can trust someone is because he can dance like this. Thank you for watching the show, and good night. Thank you so much.